Hi, and welcome to another episode of Don Allphin on Fishing. Today I'm sequestered away in a heated garage in Manila, Utah, trying to avoid the cold. But I wanted to give you an introduction to this video, which is a spinnerbait bite that I had at Lake Powell while I was pre-fishing for a tournament earlier in November. And the reason that I felt like I needed to reshoot this opening is that in the original opening, I thought I was going to be able to film this in one day or one period on the water, and it didn't work out quite that way. So don't want you to think that every single time I get down there the spinnerbait bite's a wild bite. It just isn't. But there were very specific things to look at in the video, whether there's wind blowing, whether it's low light conditions early in the morning, late in the evening, that kind of thing. But I did have some very, very nice periods where the spinnerbait bite was exceptional. So I hope you enjoy this episode, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll be getting a whole lot more of exciting fishing in Utah and some surrounding states in the western United States. Thanks again for watching.
There we go. There's the first fish. See what we've got. It feels pretty good. Feels like pretty solid fish. It is. Nice largemouth. Very nice. Well, there's the first spinnerbait fish of the day. And as usual, I'll go ahead and weigh this and put it on spot lock so we don't go any farther back into the cove. But that's just what I wanted to see. I wanted to see just the size fish and show you. Now that fish just grabbed it, set the hook, bring it in. That's just how you fish a spinnerbait. Pretty simple. Okay, this fish weighs 224. There you go. First fish of the morning. Happy to have it. Got some small fish back here, but nothing to write home about. They're hitting. Ah, striper. That's what came up and grabbed me. So we got a few stripers back here. And this is not a striper video. We're going to get rid of that thing, but there are fish back here. That's a good sign. Yeah, there's another one. Now, I don't know if that's another striper. Feels like it. Feels like it's oh, he came off. Yeah, it was a striper. Well, guess if nothing else, you'll learn that stripers will hit spinnerbaits. You might ask, why do I keep fishing if I know they're stripers and I'm not after stripers? And it's because sometimes stripers or the bass will run with the stripers. So even though you have to weed through the stripers, many times there's a nice bass in there, and all I want to do is really just see if there's more than one species of fish back here in the back of this thing, because there's a lot of fish back here. It just has to make sure. Well, in fact, there you go. There's a beautiful small or largemouth and two other with it. So we've got fish back here, without a doubt. That's a keeper. That's not a huge fish, but that's a keeper. And by keeper, I mean it's at least 12 inches long. It's actually 13. It's probably a pound and 3/4. I'm going to go ahead and weigh it just to. That little bass weighed 128, but it certainly is a keeper and would help me get a limit if I needed a limit. So that's a good thing. They're not the kind of fish we want. But once again, I've only been in this little area for less than 10 minutes, and I've learned a lot about it. There's a fish that came up looking at it, didn't take it, but that one was probably a keeper, but just barely a keeper. Maybe 12.5 inches is all, and that's not what I'm looking for. So I'll keep on going. Now that's a little bit better fish. Now see, there's a, okay, so what just happened here, if I can get this little baby in, what just happened here is I just saw that keeper that came up, and then there's another keeper. Now that one's only going to be just about 1.25 pounds, and but it's a nice fish, and be happy to have it. You know, if I needed the 5th fish for my limit or something like that. So I'm not going to throw any more right here in this area, and that'll just keep that pretty fresh for if I wanted to just coming to and from an area, if I wanted to just stop in and make a couple of casts. Now there's another one. Doggone it, I probably shouldn't have done this, but I did anyway. Look at this fish. This is a good largemouth. Oh my gosh, he just finally figured out he's hooked. Wow, what a nice fish. What a nice fish. I'd say that was a dandy. This is going to make my morning. Wish it was in the tournament, but that doesn't matter. Look at that nice baby. We're gonna weigh her. Well, that's the fish. She's a dandy for sure. And she weighs 4 pounds and 4.08 pounds. What a nice fish. Let's get her back in the water safely and let her go down. She might be there. She might be there on Friday. There we go. I don't know. Oh, that's another keeper. Largemouth. Yep, just a keeper, but that's okay. That tells me we've got another little spot that has a few fish in it. That will be all I will do. This one got it a little bit in the cheek, but I'm going to go ahead and make sure that he's a 12-incher. Yep, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay. Oh, there he is. That's a good one. That's a good one. Let's get that up here. There you go. All right, well, that's a decent one. That took it a little bit deeper than usual. But really good looking fish. Boy, he got himself hooked. I'll have to get him unhooked here. Let's go ahead and weigh this puppy. Hoping for 1.75 pounds. It's a nice looking little fish. 168, if you can see that with the camera. 168. Not bad. Another spinnerbait fish. Go get him. Go get him, kiddo. There we go. That's another deep one. Get in here. That's a little smallie, but it's a better one. I think I'm gonna weigh that one just to see how how big it is. I think it's at least 1.5 pounds, my guess. Not a bad fish. That's a little skinny though. Who knows? For sure, we'll see. Reset it. Put it on there. Nice little fish. 134. 134. Not quite as big as I was hoping, but good fish nonetheless. This fish hit way out front, way deep, probably in 15 feet of water. Haven't seen it yet. Oh, it's a little smallie, or large. It's not a little largemouth. It's a nice largemouth. There we go. Really nice spinnerbait fish. I'm going to go ahead and weigh that one real quick. I'll bet you that's close to 2 pounds. Don't know for sure, but okay. That fish weighs 2 pounds. Nice little largemouth, but boy, he was out in 15 feet of water. Boat was in about 30 feet. I want to thank you for watching Don Allphin on Fishing today. It's been spinnerbait day, and we've caught a bunch of fish. I don't know, maybe 25-30 fish, shown maybe, I don't know, half a dozen or so good ones on film. But spinnerbait fishing, especially in a windy situation like it has been today, a little bit overcast as well, is always a good thing to do. Hope you enjoyed today's episode, and this is only the second day of practice, so I may even be able to film a couple of more before the tournament starts. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate all your comments and support.